Over here ain't nothing but a lot of honeys looking for a man, and with a lot of money bottles in their hand, and short shirts, honeys trying to show that.
What up, it's J-Mac, the fanatic. I don't even know how many months it's been since I made my last video, but as you can see, your boy slimmed down, looking a little bit more toned. All right, ready for basketball season, ready to guide my team to another championship. And I'm talking about New York City Basketball League, baby. But I'm here today to give you another review. That's right, I'm back. What am I reviewing today? A Mitchell and Ness, that's right, Mitchell and Ness item, okay? It is none other than a Jermaine Dupri, okay? So Def swingman jersey that I picked up on sale. And going back to high school and the 9th grade, he was one of my favorite artists. And of course, he has to be respected for his music making and producing and all of that stuff, just as much as his actual MC skills. Well, actually more than his MC skills, even though I personally like his MC skills, right? So most people will know him for producing some big artists over the course of his career. But let's get into this item, okay? Here it is right here. And I was pleasantly surprised to see that it came in a nice, unique, fun packaging, okay? It's like a record. All right, let's open this baby up right here, okay? But this is the Mitchell and Ness featuring So Def, hip hop's 50th anniversary. Includes limited edition collector's jersey, parental advisory, explicit lyrics. All right. Got the Afro Man logo. 50th anniversary. All right. So that's what this baby is. Let's take a look at it. So I popped it open and it slides right out. All right. Looking like a Detroit Piston colorway there with the red and blue. Old school 90s Pistons. Actually pretty similar to this Rodman swingman I have. Okay. Let's take a closer look. We've got the single stitched ball, number 72, So Def. At the bottom, we got a single patch here, Mitchell and Ness. You know, a lot of the jerseys have some other stuff down here saying the player's name and the season. With this one, it's pretty plain. All right, so the whole jersey is pretty plain, but that's okay. It opens here at the bottom with the slit. We got the red and white trim. I got a size large. This is a swingman. All right. It should be 23 inches pit to pit. You got the Afro Man on the back. We'll see that later. It is single stitched on. Mitchell and Ness. We got this tag still on it. All right. Let's take a look at the back. So there we go right there with the nice logo. So Def Recordings, Dupri single stitched. And this is also stitched for real. And then we've got the numbers. Single stitched around the outside. So the red part is part of the patch. Okay, single stitched. And that's about it, number 72. And JD was born in 72, so that's the reason for that number. I'm actually going to try this baby on, see if it fits well. I hope it does. I hope it's not too snug. Okay, guys, here's how it looks. I got a t-shirt underneath. As you can see, I got shoulders, guys. I've been working out for a year now. I've been working out. So I feel like I've been gone for over a year because I know I have not made any videos during the time that I've been working out. When I say I've been working out, I've been doing heavy weight training. I mean, not to lift as heavy as possible, but I'm saying just when I say heavy, I mean frequent. So frequent weight training, at least 4 times a week for a year, guys. My diet's not the best, but you know, so I'm not like hardcore or anything, but you could definitely see a difference here. I've been working out. Cardio, you know, I play a little basketball, not too much though. Honestly, I'm in the league once a week. I really don't play outside of that. I just don't have the chance. I mean, I spend a lot of time going to gym classes. I would highly recommend Orange Theory, not to be a commercial, but it's basically a studio that you drop in and go to classes. It's not a gym where you just sit and bullshit. And not to say, you know, everyone bullshits, but you you know, there's no cell phones or anything like that. You go in, you fucking do like a boot camp workout for an hour and you're out of there. All right. I have made some friends while I'm there though. So it is a place you can be social, even though it's not a place you stay and hang out, you know. 10 minutes before class, 10 minutes after class, you're out of there. You know what I'm saying? So I like the fit of it, guys. And this is with the t-shirt under. So without the t-shirt, it'll be even more, I guess, you know, roomy. This definitely adds to the spacing. And this is how it looks. So this is a large, guys. I am still 220 though. So I changed my body, but I still weigh 220. I'm 5'9", 220. So, you know, that's what it is. It's pretty unusual. I guess how I was able to do that, change my body but not lose any weight. You could say that I replaced fat with muscle, but according to their fucking testing, that didn't happen. Like when I took it's been a while since I took their test, the body fat test, but you know, just to share it with you, surprisingly, I never took a body fat test before. And I was thinking, you know, looking at some pictures, I kind of did predict I didn't have a very good number because I was just looking at Google pictures. But I would think I was like, I want to say 37%. I don't know what I am now, but when you know, pretty long time ago, I was 37%. When I say pretty long, let's see. I started working out last summer. This summer just ended. So I'm lying. That's actually not the timeline. What it was I worked out for a couple months and I made a lot of progress. And then I took the tests for the first time and I was still 37%. And then I took it a couple months after that and I was still 37%. Wait, if that makes sense. In other words, by the time I took it, I had already made some progress. So I was probably originally more than 37%. And what I'm saying is between the 8 weeks that I took it the first time and the post-test, it didn't change. And that was very disappointing. But one of the reasons for that could be that I had already made most of my progress, if that makes sense. Funny enough, though, it's still odd to me because it's been many months now since I took the most recent one. And I've made even more progress. So it'll be interesting to see. I haven't lost a single pound still. So it'll be interesting to see if the body fat has changed at all. I hope it has. But at the end of the day, it's more about how you feel and how you look. I'm performing on the court way better. Got more energy. I might be in the best shape of my life, not cardio-wise, but just because, first of all, I lost a lung to cancer. But also just because I'm older, I'm almost 42 now. And I'll be 42 next month. And you know, I just say in the best shape because I've never really worked out consistently like this in my life in terms of being able to do push-ups, you know, sit-ups, whatever, squats. I never did a single squat, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing all kinds of upper body and lower body, you know. I guess you can't really tell that much, but, you know. My body was definitely, I know you can tell in the upper body for sure. It's not like I have huge muscles or anything, but just look at it. Look at my old video from like a year plus ago and you'll see. But I still definitely got some fat. Still got some fat, guys. It's not like I don't have any fat, but I definitely cut it off. You know what I'm saying? A lot of it is all my fat goes here. So all the fat that I do have, it's the love handles. But, you know, I took off a lot of fat from my chest, turned it into solid, you know. basically my arms always looked kind of strong, but they weren't. Guys, I promise you they weren't. Because when I started working out, and my most of all, guys, my legs were so fucking weak, even though they were thick. Pause. But no, I'm serious. I've always had like short, stubby legs, right? But they might have looked strong, but they're not. They weren't, guys. I could barely do body weight lunges and shit. So now I'm fucking killing it. So highly recommend starting to work out if you haven't. I've also managed to cut down my fucking jersey addiction, which is another reason I haven't, done reviews. I realized that I finally paid off all my debt, and I stopped doing that shit. But I'm always going to be a true fan and a true collector. So I do still buy stuff, but just not nearly as frequently, and also try to cut down on gamers and shit like that. Mostly just swingmans, and I still buy stuff, but just like I said, I'm not going to spend just $800 just for nothing. And you know what I'm saying? It's been like, a year plus, like I said, since I did something like that. And yeah, that's about it, guys. See you in the next video.